on the hybrid ships, Issei, Tone, etc. The only reviews you've seen are either written with bias or ignorance on how planes work, i.e. CV streamers that just admit they don't like CVs. So I think the Issei is interesting. Her guns are really floaty, which I'm not a fan of. So the Issei kind of needs to work torps into her repertoire to make up for the lackluster guns. But she doesn't do that at range because the torp planes are so slow. Like they rocket off the deck and then they go down to like absolutely dog shit speed. So lumbering out to 10 clicks or 15 clicks or something to go do something, it takes forever. It feels like it's a total waste of time. So realistically, if you're going to use your planes, you're going to be engaging something at like 6 to 10 kilometers. Further than that, you're probably throwing away damage because you could just shoot with your guns again. So in terms of damage wise, you want to be in a mid-range engagement. You do want to have your bow in if possible, because your ass, you got a lot of junk in the trunk and it's really easy to pen. So you probably want to be like reversing or kind of holding kind of a bow in position if at all possible. Plus you'll have the better gun angles that way. Your gun angles to the rear are terrible. And then lastly, you have this plane trick, which can help. It's not going to solve all your problems. It's not going to make magic happen, but it can help. So if you're out on a flank and you're an Issei and a cruiser or something being hunted by a destroyer, if you have an idea where the destroyer is, the Issei can alleviate pressure by knowing, like finding the DD. But at the same time, it's not going to be able to kill the DD other than maybe it shows it, recalls, and takes a quick shot with its guns or something. So mostly, hopefully like the cruiser would interact with you and help out or something of that nature. The fact that it's on a 2-minute cooldown does mean that planes are a consistent part of your armament. So if you're again in that 6 to 10 minute window, you're going to be throwing planes, take a shot, throw some planes, take a shot, throw some planes, which is interesting. As for the Tone has a 3-minute cooldown on her planes. So it's even more like she's more ship than she is hybrid. You want to use her guns. You want to use her torpedoes on the ship. You want to use her amazing detection to be able to kind of see stuff and interact with stuff or set up ambushes. The torps are something that you can reach for if you need it. And I did make a Tone replay because I when the ship came out, I did like a 4 or 5 hour stream or something playing the Tone and the Druid. Druid is obnoxiously sluggish, but she's cool other than that. Other than the awful amounts of sluggishness, she's very enjoyable. But the Tone, you're primarily going to be relying on that surface ship experience. Her excellent concealment, the fact that she has a heal, is going to kind of help you if you're derping around in the planes, you take a bad hit. Theoretically, you could disengage, you could heal or something. But her planes are not overwhelming. They're a little bit faster than the Issei, but they have less health than the Issei, and evidently cruisers have a commander skill which you can kick up torp damage by 10% or something. So theoretically, you can make the torps more dangerous if you want to buff the torps. I really liked the Tone. I enjoy the Tone as a ship. I had fun in her after a few battles, and so can recommend. Well, it's out of the gun range anyway. It's too bad. Issei I could recommend as well because I found her to be fun. I didn't really make her perform, never got great damage numbers, never made great plays, but I enjoyed my experience, and I think that counts for a lot. As far as people freaking out about, well, what if your team has an Issei and their team doesn't have an Issei, then you have an advantage, or what if they have this hybrid stuff and you don't, and there's no CVs in the game? What the fuck? They have the spotting advantage. Yeah, they do, but sometimes you load into a random battle where you have radar and the other team doesn't. Some people think that's extremely obnoxiously awful and unfair. Other people are just like, whatever, man, and they play the fucking game. It'll be okay. Oh.
Enemy